What's up, boys? Gonna be talking about some more player props in today's video. Got a really small NBA slate today, so we're gonna be going ahead. It's gonna be a little bit tricky here. We got only a 5-game slate. These usually kind of suck. They're really hard to try to research for and dissect, but we're gonna go ahead and try to get some of these good ones today. But if anyone is new and has not already signed up for prizepicks, 100% recommended. The link is in my description. Use code DOMG when you guys do go ahead and sign up. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. So if you guys deposit 50, they'll match it. They'll give you guys 100. So pretty sweet deal right there. Also, if anyone is interested, definitely check out the Patreon. That is $10 a month. I give you guys my daily picks every single day. So perfect time to sign up. It's December 2nd. You guys get it for the whole rest of the month of December and after that. So pretty sweet deal right there. And I'll add you into the premium Discord with all the other Patreon members. So we talk about different stuff. But there's also a free Discord. That link is also in the description. So yeah, definitely check that out. Talk about different stuff in there as well for all different sports. And last off, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. Really does help me out. So appreciate you guys would do those things and also turn post notifications. But it's pretty much we're gonna go ahead and hop into this. But yeah, all the links are in the description for prize picks, Patreon, Discord, all that stuff. So that being said, let's go ahead and talk about some of these guys. But 100% play light today. Play light. Seriously, it's good. It's really tricky. They put out a lot of good lines. Props to the line maker because it's pretty tricky today. There's some really good ones out there. So we're gonna go ahead and try to find some of the good ones here though. So let's go ahead and start off with assists here. Probably gonna be a pretty short video, but Lonzo Ball here at 4.5 assists. This could be a pretty solid one for the over. I'm liking a lot of underplays today, especially in the OKC and Memphis game and the Suns and the Pistons. Those are supposed to be blowout games, so definitely try to stay away from overs in those two games. But I definitely like some of the unders in that game. But Lonzo Ball here at 4.5 assists could be pretty solid. He is hitting 4 of his last 5, including his last 4. So could be pretty good here for Lonzo Ball. Point guard should have the ball a lot. So yeah, starting at point guard against the New York Knicks, 2-point spread, which is pretty awesome. Decent over-under right there. So not horrible, not super great, but should be a decent amount of baskets today in this game. So let's go ahead and take a look at point guard here. And assists that the Knicks are allowing, 2 point guards. So the Knicks are about right in the middle, 8.35. You don't really want to focus on the number. You want to focus where they rank among other teams. So they're about right in the middle. Not too horrible of a matchup. So I kind of like this a lot for Lonzo Ball today against New York. So it should be pretty solid for Lonzo. Hopefully he can hit those 5 assists right there at least. But let's go ahead and hop into some other ones here. We can keep it with assists. Go for the under here. I'm going to stay from some for the Patreon, obviously, but Chris Paul might be a solid one for the under. Again, try to take unders if you guys can in these games. But he's really interesting because he is such a good facilitator. I mean, there's a reason his line is at 10.5 assists. But yeah, he's only gone over twice in his last 5. And he's had a game with 5 and 4, but he's also barely gone under in that one, barely went over in that one. Went over by a decent amount there against Cleveland. But yeah, Chris Paul could be a solid one right here. He does not have a history of a lot of assists against games where there's blowouts. So that's kind of one of the reasons I like taking him on the under for assists here. But it's really tough right here. But there's an 11.5 point spread here with an over-under 208. So kind of a lower over-under right there. So that's kind of good if we're taking unders. But yeah, point guard for Chris Paul going against the Pistons. Take a look at the assists that the Pistons allow. So they're right in the middle, right by the Knicks. They're a little bit harder actually against assists for than the Knicks were. But we take a look at his other matchups. So he went under against Brooklyn and the Spurs. So the Spurs are right here. Where's Brooklyn on this list? So yeah, Brooklyn was one of the harder matchups, and he went under against them. So yeah, he right there. The Knicks, he had 10, so he went under in that one. Cleveland and Golden State, he went over, which is kind of tough because he went over against the Warriors, and they're the second hardest matchup. So he's kind of all over the place when it comes to these here. Cleveland's right there. But I think this could be a potential good one here because, I mean, the Warriors-Phoenix game, that one was close. And it's the Pistons. So this should hopefully be, a little bit of a blowout. And hopefully he loses some minutes in this game. So that's one of the reasons I like the under for Chris Paul. Take a look at some rebounds here. I really don't like any points today. I really don't. I don't think there's really anything crazy there for points. We'll see if my opinion changes later, but definitely play light on today. I'm telling you guys. It's going to be really tough. But let's go ahead, though, and talk about Keldon Johnson. I kind of like his under for boards at 6.5. So 6.5 boards right here. He's got 5, 4, 5, and 4. He's only gone over one time, and that was obviously an outlier at 14. So, yeah, definitely could be an underplay today for Keldon Johnson. Only hit 1 out of his last 5. And they have him at 7 right here for the overs. So, gotta hope he hits 6 or less. But let's take a look at the matchup here. So, the Spurs game. This is one where it should be a little bit closer. I think it's, 216 over-under. So, that's kind of good if you're looking for rebounds. If it's on higher over-under, because that means more baskets are going in. But Portland here, 5-point spread. So, did I say Brooklyn? Hopefully I didn't say Brooklyn, but the spread right here for Portland is in their favor for 5 points. So, yeah, I do like Keldon Johnson, though, in the under in this one. So, let's take a look at rebounds against the power forward by Portland. So, Portland here, where are they at here? So, they are about right in the middle. So, a lot of those right in the middle matchups here. Again, though, don't really pay attention to the number. Pay more attention to where these guys rank. Because, I mean, the lowest right here is 8.95. And, I mean, he's had 5, 4, 5, 4. It just really depends on the power forward playing. And why the numbers get so buffed. But, yeah, hope you guys understand what I'm saying here. But I'm kind of liking him on the under a little bit. Right in the middle for the matchups. Just seems like a game where you should hopefully hit the under. But, like a lot of unders today, especially in those small slates, I feel like the unders had a lot more. So, yeah, we'll probably just do one more. And this can pretty much call it a video, man. It's going to be really short, like 8-minute video. But let's go ahead and take a look at... We're going to go fantasy points. Fantasy points might be the move today if you guys do like taking overs. So you're just going to kind of hope for these guys to have a good game. So we can go ahead and take a look at McCollum here at 42 fantasy score. So he's hit over twice. He's hit over twice here. No Lillard, though. So no Lillard right here in this game. And Powell is a game time decision. So we'll see if he plays. They're expecting him to... I guess they are expecting him to play. But it still says he's a toss-up to play. So we'll see if he does. Could be even better for McCollum if he does go ahead and if Powell does not play. So shooting guard here going against the Spurs. So let's take a look at shooting guard fantasy points and the Spurs. So the Spurs are actually one of the harder matchups against the shooting guard fantasy score. So I still think he could hit the over with Lillard out, but we'll just see. He hit last time, and that was against Detroit. Was that game a blowout? I'm not sure if that game was a blowout or not. If I had to, I'd probably assume it. I don't know. But hopefully that happens again here. And he does go over the 42 fantasy score, but not my favorite pick of the day. But it might be all right with a little bit out, but it's still a tough matchup. This guy's interesting too. 30. He's hit over 3 times, just barely. So he might be sweating this one out quite a bit. But he has hit in his last 3. So you can take a look at Jakob here for that and rebounds as well. But, yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to be a really, really tough slate tonight. Don't expect to hit super big tonight is what I'd say, because you got to learn your lessons with these slates, man. They're kind of tough. But, yeah, all the links for everything in the description, though. Patreon, Discord, prizepicks promo code. Definitely check all of those links out in the description. That's pretty much going to do it, though, man. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.